Hello and welcome again in this commented video about my last painting session of last weekend, to be fair. So this is the new orcs from Shadespire. So first I just, as you've seen, use the pink color and you will see why it will be useful for shadows with the yellow. And now I will spray a yellow mix with the old Games Workshop yellow and an ochre yellowish paint from Model Color. I am using my Chrome from Badger, and I spray. You can see here, I play with the pink and transparency with the yellow, so I have a brown, so I can manage my shadows directly and have a nice brown underneath and the yellow on the top. And I am doing that on each models. I will use cream color inside my yellow to spray my highlights, and I will do that more and more with more and more white, and I will use like this a lot of white on strategic areas to when I want the yellow to pop up. So now this is pure white, very small on very small parts, and now I am using a yellow ink, and I will spray this yellow ink all around the model. So I use the city putty to protect areas when I use airbrush. It's very useful. If you have any question about that, comments below. So I use a kind of violet brown first, and now I am using a violet to build my shadows, and yeah, I use violet ink to increase this effect and shadows with black now. And at the end I used my first brown to highlight some areas, and I use black ink to create some effects on the extreme parts of this fabric. Now I am using a mix with Agrax Earth shade and a violet shade, and I will use this mix all around the mini to blend all my yellow layers. And what I am doing right now, I don't remember. Yeah, I am using yellow to highlight with 4 or 5 different glazes to add more lights on my armor. Only on the very top of the armor. Most of, yeah. Okay, so it's metallic parts now. Okay. Time for the skin. I use a very dark green. And I use a gray, blue for fabric on the legs. This is speed painting anyway, so I need 2 hours to paint 4 models like this. Okay, black, brown, and another brown to do the fur. And I am doing a wet blending between the black into the shadows, the brown, and the brighter brown on the top. So this way I already have a blending since the beginning, and I will use just some shade at the end and dry brush on the fur. What I am doing right now, some highlights. No, the leather. Yes. Every belt and small stuff. Oh, I'm doing the eyes very quickly. Okay. Oh, this is a mix between blue, green, and agrax shade washes, and I'm use this mix on every metal parts, weapons, and blah blah blah. Oh yeah, just some skin effects with a kind of desaturated pink, and I am painting the highlights for the skin, mouth, dry brush on metal parts very quickly. Now I use a sponge for the rest. Use a brown first. After that I will use a orange brown, and at the end a yellow. I used to like a lot pigments, dry pigments, but this way you earn time because the acrylic dry very fast and you don't have to varnish after that to fix the pigments. Okay, I am using a acrylic wash from Vallejo, and it's pretty good for recesses, but I don't like this paint for rust effects because this stuff dries so fast, and this is not very handy, and it's very red. Alright. Oh, I am using a very specific brush, as you can see, to create some highlights on every sharp parts of the armor. I am doing something around the skin. I don't remember this one. Okay, Agrax and grain. For the skin, to blend the highlights and the shadows. Highlights on every other fabric parts very quickly because they are some way in the shadow, so not strong highlights. Some details, some highlights, some details. Okay. Stronger highlights on middle parts with a very bright mail, like I don't know, chainmail, mithril. Okay, sponge and metallic paints. For the weapons, yeah, orange brown with a huge dilution for some rust effects. Very simple, very effective, very fast. And we are almost done. I'm just doing some, variations with brown washes to create something random. Orange for the base, orange, black and brown for the base, dark wash on the base, and dry brush and we are good. So thank you again for watching. Don't hesitate to comment the video if you want, and see you next time for another Shadespire video about the sepulchral guards, and I can't wait to see the new boxes for Scavens and Dwarf, and yes, I will do videos for them too. Bye bye.